Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to you?
Uh,
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great. So, Dr. Fida, shall we begin? What do you think?
I think we should start if the people are joining later so they can join later on.
Okay, sure. So, yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to you all. It's been a pleasure to see you all today in today's training session. My name is Saba, and I am the founder of Acadis. And let me begin by briefly introducing who we are. Acadis is envisioned to support researchers and medical professionals by providing high quality scientific medical content writing services, helping them achieve impactful publications. We are now extending this vision through training sessions as well, because we believe that empowering researchers with the right tools and skills is just as important as supporting their publication. Sorry. So, before we begin, let me share you some housekeeping rules because this is an online session, so we have to keep some rules. Please keep yourself muted throughout the session. If you want to speak, just raise your hand. And if speaker invites you, you can unmute yourself and share your thoughts. The camera option is entirely up to you. Feel free to keep it if you wish to engage more interactively. Okay. So, one more important thing that I would like to discuss with you all. After the scheduled break, which will be along the midway of the session, after the first half of the session, participants will need to rejoin for the second half of the session using the same link. Okay. We are doing this because we want to manage this session more effectively. Now, once again, I would like to thank all of you, our all participants, Dr. Kokop Anjum, Dr. Farheen Masood, Mohammad Sabetin, Dr. Zubia Athar, Saleha, Dr. Waqas Ahmad, Tawheed Sidil, Talat Yusuf, Fariha Zahid, Nawaz Ahmad, Ahmad Shiraz, Osama Gulab, Farah Khan, Alanoy Saleh Al Fahidi, Muhammad Usman, and Raza Mohsen. We are glad that you are joining with us today. Now, it's time to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Fida Ahmed. So, Dr. Fida Ahmed is serving as the Director of the Office of Research, Innovation, and Commercialization at the University of Turbin. Dr. Ahmed is widely recognized as an influential voice in the application of AI tools for academic research and scientific writing. He holds a PhD in entrepreneurship leadership from the University of West of Scotland and has a rich academic background in business management and leadership support. His work is dedicated in simplifying complex research processes from literature reviews and data interpretations to scientific writing using AI-powered platforms. Thank you, Dr. Fida. He is here
Thank,
to share his invaluable insights and practical strategies that will help us all work more effectively and efficiently. So, without further ado, I would like to give a warm welcome to Dr. Fida. Thank you for joining us, and it's over to you.
thank you, Sabah.
Welcome.
So let's share my screen to. So I think my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay. So once again, thank you very much, Sabah, for inviting me to conduct this online session, which will be for 2 days. And I'm really grateful to the audience who are attending us from the different parts of the world. So the purpose of this 2 days workshop is to just uh, make you aware about the AI tools which you could use in your research writing. Basically, we aim to just develop a comprehensive workshop for you in which you could just find the research gaps, and you could also structure your thesis or the research, and you could also conduct literature review, and you could also use the AI tools in academic writing. And we will also be giving you workshops and key insights on how to use AI powered tool in reference management and drawing visual and the arts. So this is the overall theme of this presentation. So this will not be covering only a single area of research process. Rather, it will be a comprehensive hands-on training in which you could learn multiple AI tools and their applications throughout your academic writing process, right? So, as Sabah says, I'm Dr. Fida Ahmed, and I've done my PhD from University of the West of Scotland in 2024. Prior to that, I've done my master's in business and marketing from Bangor University, UK, and currently I'm serving as a director OREC at University of Turbat, and also having academic position of lecturer in the Department of Management Sciences. So I have explored a variety of areas in my research writing. I've done entrepreneurship and the leadership. Actually, my research focuses on entrepreneurial leadership, which is the combination of leadership and the entrepreneurship. So you also have some expertise in leadership development and the AI powered research. So this is a brief introduction about me. And I know most of you may be following me on the LinkedIn, so you could explore more about my contents and the academic journey on the LinkedIn. So basically, in today's during the coming 2 days, we will be covering lots of AI tools and their practical applications in the research writing. So actually, there are multiple AI tools. So we could not cover all of them because of the limitation of the time. So I have selected those which are most effective and easy to use, and they provide realistic and the authentic answers. So, in the first part of the presentation of the workshop, we will be focusing on finding research gaps, and in which we explore some key tools, let's say answer this AI, and the consensus and the connected paper like that. After that, finding the research gap, we will be exploring how to structure our research or thesis. So this is very important as a novice researcher. If you are writing a research paper, developing a proposal, and or you are writing a thesis, so it is very challenging how to structure that academic work basically. So in this section, we will be exploring how to generate the effective outline using AI tools. So this will be very helpful in enhancing your workflow, and you could just fit your ideas correctly. So after that, we will be explaining the literature review. This is one of the most hectic and critical element in the research writing. So if you go to the manual process in conducting literature review, it will be taking weeks of week and the months of months. So because you have to just organize everything on yourself. So but we will be exploring some key AI tools, the conducting literature review. Basically, these tools enable you to automate your literature review process and provide you most recent academic works, and it will enhance your workflow, right? So after that, we will be covering some data analysis tools, and I will just explain how we could use AI and managing our data. We could also generate synthesis from the literature review and generate themes, and we could also use AI in generating quantitative analysis, right? So after that, we will be exploring the referencing and the note taking. So as you know, the AI is just changing everything. So it has not changed the research writing process, but it has also revolutionized the referencing system. So before that, you were using the paid referencing management tools, let's say the EndNote or the RefWork like that. But now there are some open source reference management tools which you could use in your writing. And the plus point is that you could connect those tools with the AI platform. So So if you are searching the databases, you could directly import them, and you could take the node from there and import those nodes into a document. So we will be also covering, particularly Zotero is very important. So I'll be just sharing some insight on that in next day of our presentation. And the coming point, which we will be exploring, that is writing and the proofreading. So the purpose of this workshop is to just enable you to learn how we could use AI ethically, basically. So the points we are going to cover in these 2 days workshop, so all are just enable you to just use AI ethically. So you could just write your work, and you could just review your work, and you could improve your writing style with the help of AI tools, and you could also proofread your work before submitting to a publisher and submitting to your examinations. And lastly, we will be having some AI tools which enables you to just generate high resolution figures and the charts, because it is very important to just summarize your work with most attractive visual uh, figures and the charts. So this is the entire process of our presentation. And firstly, we just begin with the research gaps. And as you know, research gap is very important. If you are writing a literature review, or if you are conducting research, if you are submitting a research paper to a journal, or if you are pursuing a PhD and you want to write a research proposal. So the first and most important element is the research gaps, how to find the research gap. So research gap is crucial. Basically, we have lots of tools we could use in finding the research gaps. So let's go to the those tools and see how we could just generate. Basically, I'll be covering these tools in finding the research gap. The topmost is the AnswerBase AI, and the next is consensus, and the next of that one is connected paper. Following that, we will be exploring LitMaps and the research rabbit, right? So actually, the we would just try to spend more time on the practical aspect of the presentation to just let you know how we could use these tools, right? So I will just not take much time and go to answer this AI and just let you know how we could use this in getting research gaps, right? So first of all, you have to come to the Google and type answer this IO. So this one is the the second one. Just select this one, and you need to sign up. Basically, I have already signed in, so I will just sign up using Google. So once you open the Answer This AI, and it will shows up like this. So this is the main interface of the Answer This AI. Basically, it is a all-in-one AI platform which enables you to write the first draft of your research. It enables you to find relevant papers, and it also has the humanizer. It also helps you to find research gaps, and it also enables you to generate the charts and these kind of things. So since we are in the first stage of this workshop, so we will currently be focusing on how to find the research gap using Answer This AI. So if you have any question during the workshop, you could just jot it down, or if you need the real-time feedback on your question, then just raise your hand. We will be just answering your those questions, right? So so this is the main interface. When you come down, so there is just these are the tools. Come to the tools, and so these are some key features of the Answer This AI. This is Neutralizer. So it also generates literature review and the citation, and this is the essay writer. So if you want to write an essay and you give a prompt, and it will just write a professional essay for you. And this one is the research gap finder. So we will be exploring this one, right? And this one is the AI paraphraser tool, and you could just paraphrase any text you want. So basically, we will be covering the remaining features later on. But first of all, we will be just focusing how we could use Research Gap Finder in Answer This AI. So there are a few instruction and using Answer This AI, right? The research gap finder. Firstly, you need to be specific in your prompt. So if you are searching something about HRM, then that could be specific. For example, there are multiple elements in the HRM, let's say training and development, and recruitment and the employee retention and the appreciation like that. So you need to just be specific in writing your keyword, and you need to write it completely. For example, if you are writing the impact of AI and HR decision making, so that is more accurate and comprehensive. So if you write AI in HR, that is a broad one, so the system will not get it perfectly, right? Next, you need to include keywords in your search. So if you are searching the use of AI in academic writing, so you need to just mention the use of academic writing, so the use of AI tools in academic writing or the literature review or whatsoever you are. And if you are just searching an interdisciplinary gap, then just write the gap to field, for example, uh, intersection of machine learning and the cognitive psychology. You just have to mention those areas correctly, right? So, for example, I'm just searching the impact of AI on academic writing. Let's say a simple question. Let's see what the answer this AI give us. So it's sometimes it takes a few times, so we need to be just patient, and let's see what result we get from this. So we have received the first result from the our prompt. So, so this is the entire search result which is produced by Answer This AI. For example, it shows the artificial intelligence significance in academic writing, and it has also created some other themes, for example, improved in quality writing. And the good thing is it has already provided us with authentic sources. So for example, if you want to just check this resource, for example, just click this one, and this is a paper, right? So unlike the other AI tools, for example, ChatGPT, if you search anything, that creates hallucination. So there are lots of fake citations and the fake references. So you need to just avoid that. For example, this paper is authentic paper and it is published in 2025 and it has a DOI. So if you want to explore it further, you could just explore it. And there are also other citations. You could just read them. So it has generated some key areas for us to explore. For example, if we are just focused on role of AI in academic writing, we could just explore this area. And if we are just focusing on role of AI and critical thinking, we could just also read these papers, and we could also explore the ethical dimensions of the AI, and we could also explore pedagogical integration and the future research direction. And there is another theme which is human AI collaboration patterns, which is a research area you could just explore it further, and the positive impact of AI and self-efficacy and the motivation. So the answer this AI has generated some key themes from here, right? So now you are just near to the finding the key research gap. For example, we just mention a generic prompt. For example, role of AI in academic writing. Now you have more options. For example, on which side you want to go. Let's say if you are interested in role of AI in ethical applications, then you could just read these papers and get some insight from there, and you could also generate their call for research or the future research direction, right? So this is the first AI tool, which I like most because it provides a comprehensive overview of the existing literature and finding the research gap. The next one is consensus. Consensus is also a powerful tool which I used sometimes before. So you need to just go to consensus.ai and sign up there. For example, just write consensus at AI, and this one is the just key AI tool. Then I have already signed in, and let's come here and let's see if you are writing something on roll up AI and HRM. Let's say I'm just trying to write roll up AI and HRM decision making. Let's say making. So it also generates very detailed research and the databases for our search. You could just read them and make comparison of the existing literature. Uh, let's say if you start searching something like similar to Google Scholar, you will not get these results, right? So, for example, it has just provided breakdown of AI and its impact on the research. Sorry, HRM. Let's say the recruitment selection. So this is another team, and these are the paper which explore role of AI in recruitment and selection. And another broad theme is just performance management. So if you are interested in role of AI in performance management, you could just select these references and read about the latest work and find the research gap from there, right? So learning and development. So there are also some references and employee engagement and workforce planning, right? So these are the key gaps and the references you could just explore there. Let's say we have just the role of artificial intelligence in HRM. So this is systematic review, for example, if we see. So an interesting thing about consensus is that it provides you the citations. And for example, if you see a paper as a maximum citation, then you could just explore it further. Because as we know, if you incorporate the paper with the highest citation, that would increase the worth of our academic work, right? So it is also a PDF. Just click this one, and you could get the PDF, right? Just read the PDF from here and get some notes if you are interested. And so if you just want to read the abstract, just select the abstract. It will provide the abstract, and it is the a snapshot. Since this tool is not free, it has some free features, but for the greater benefits of the features, you need to just use the premium version, right? So let's say we have this paper, and we could just, if you want to just add some filters, let's say if you are interested in high quality papers, you could just click the Q4, let's say. And if you have a date range, you could select, for example, if you are interested in the paper that are published between 2020 to 2025, you could just mention that one. And if you are interested in a particular methodology, you could just insert this one. For example, you are searching review papers, you could just select systematic review and the meta-analysis and the observational study or the simple literature review or the case studies and the sample size. So there are a lot of filter options you could use, right? Next, for example, if you want to share this, you could share it to your collaborators, and these are the key references. If you want to just download these references, you could download them in the CSV file or the RIS. You could see Zotero is already there, EndNote and the Mendeley support this. So you do not need to be worried about the reference management platform. Just export this one to the Mendeley or the Zotero, then you could just add those citations in your final draft, right? So this is the default selection. If you want to just select the citations, it will show the paper with the highest citation. Let's say this one has the 302 citation and this one 163 citations, right? Now let's come to downside what we have. So for example, You could also export this as a PDF. Your search result will be downloaded in a PDF format. And you could also check these references. And if you want to save it, you could just save this one into your library. For example, create a new list. You could just mention roll-up AI and HRM decision making. So you do not to make a separate database for your search result, right? You just click this one and your work will be saved. So next time when you visit the consensus, you could just save your work in the related teams, right? And let's see what we could just check about this one. So this one is the pro features, and these are the filters. You could use it, and so this is our search result. We just had. So one important thing is just to note down. It has just generated a mini literature review for us. For example, if you use Google Scholar, then you will not get these kind of text. So this is completely written for us. So we could just take these to copy them, and if you were just writing in the Word document, just paste it there, go to new document and paste your work here, right? So this is basically generated by consensus, right? So now your just main task is to just paraphrase these texts and write them in your words, and you could add critical analysis on those. So for example, if you keep copying the text from there, and you could just later on organize it. So I will be just coming to that later on, how to organize your database using AI tools, right? So this was the consensus AI, and if you have any question about that, just note it down, and we will be just covering it in the later part, right? So the next one is the connected papers. So connected paper is another important AI tool. Basically, this tool enable you to find the paper which are connected to each other. Let's say if you are interested in the AI and its use in academic writing, and you could find the relevant papers with the help of connected papers. So let's say if you just write, if you go to Google Scholar, let's say Google Scholar. So this is our Google Scholar. Let's say if you write role of AI and academic writing. So if you click it, and can you see there are 320,000 results, right? So this is, you just need to note it down. So there are 320,000 results. So if it is not possible to read those entire papers, and there are some book chapters and some review papers and some empirical papers. There are too many. So it is not possible to just read those all literature. So if you come to the connected papers, just write connected papers here. So this is connected paper. Just click this one and log in. I have already logged in, so I will just show it how it works. So basically, this is right. So this is the, once you log into connected paper, it shows impressive the appearance like that. So let's say if you are interested in the, so you could use the keywords or the paper title if you are interested. Basically, this tool just enables you to find the relevant articles, right? So let's say if I search role of AI and HRM decision making. If I click this one, so you could see now it has generated a list of papers. So there are 116 papers that are particularly focused on HRM and roll-up AI, right? So if you check the Google Scholar, so that was 320,000. So this is huge amount of literature. So it is not possible to go to those papers one by one and read them. So if you come to the connected papers, you could just see these papers here. And for example, if you are interested the integration of artificial intelligence in HRM, the role of management information system. So if you find this article important, just click this one. So once you click this one, it will generate a graph of entire papers which are connected to each other. So this is the graph. For example, this is the paper which we have selected, and these are the papers which are connected to each other. For example, so this one, if you are interested a paper, latest paper, for example, if you want to explore what is the current debate or the discourse on role of AI on HRM, so just if you select this one. So this is artificial intelligence and human resource management, a systematic review. So systematic review are very helpful in finding research gaps because they will just conduct a literature review in a systematic way and provides you the key debates and the research direction for future use. You could just read this one, for example, click this one. So this is the paper, and you could also download it if the PDF is available, and these are the references. You could just check it. And let's say if you are just interested to learn from the existing database, for example, what are the key papers that explore role of AI in HRM, you could just check the list view. For example, just click this one. So this is the list of papers. So this is the list of paper that is specifically focused on role of AI and human resource management. So you could just read them, and these are the, so this one is 100% similar. So it, another important thing about the connected paper is it shows the similarity of your original search question. So this one is 100% related to your search question. For example, integrated artificial intelligence in HRM, right? So, and it has the references. There are 39 references and the one citation, and that was published in 2024. So you could also explore other, for example, this paper is artificial intelligence challenges, opportunities in international HRM. So this was the one of the most cited paper. You could check this one, and if you are interested in, just go to and read it and get some insight from there, right? So if you want to just focus on the existing literature, just click this one. So these are the most recent paper that published on role of AI and artificial intelligence. For example, this one, the most cited one is this one and this one. Responsible artificial intelligence in human resource management, that is 30 citation, and it was published in 2023. So for example, if you are interested in the prior literature that was published before, just click this one. So these are the oral literature which was published on role of AI in HRM or HR decision making. And if you want to just filter it, and let's say if you want to just get the result that are that is PDF available, just click this one, and it will generate the result, the paper which has PDF download available. And if you want to just graph version, you could just download the graph. And if you are interested in the list view, you could also use this one. So this is all about connected papers. So you could just read it and find a research gap, and then you could just carry on your academic work. You could also download this database. Let's say if you are, you could download this in the PDF format. It will just provide the entire table for the future use, right? These are some filters, and you could save them, and so if you want to check the authors, these are the authors and these are years. So this is the similarity. This is all about connected papers. The next AI tool which I'm going to cover is LitMaps. So LitMap is another powerful tool which shows the connected papers about a topic. You could read them and get the results in a certain area. Let's say if we just write it here, lit maps, just select this one and just go to login. So if you don't have an ID before, you could just sign up there. And I'm just using my Google ID to sign up. Just go to the lit maps. This is also similar to the connected papers, which enable you to find the relevant literature with the tree maps. You could get the tree maps of the papers. Let's say I'm searching role of AI in HRM decision making, right? So if you just search this one, so it has generated some result from here. So if we just see those results, which one is most relevant to us, for example, this one is impact of artificial intelligence on human resource management. This is 5 citation, and this one is a bit similar to our such question. For example, artificial intelligence algorithmic approach to ethical decision making, right? So it has 232 citations. So I am particularly interested in this paper. So I just click this one. So there are a few options. Let's say this one as a PDF. If you want to download the PDF, just click this one. You can just get the PDF from here. So just click this one. You can directly read this paper, right? So this is downloaded now. And some other features, for example, if you want to tag it and want to keep it in your library, so you could tag this one. So there are already some tags there. So if you want to create a new tag, just come here and for example AI and HRM. So this is our tag, and we use this one. So if this Zotero is already connected to this one, so if I save it here, and it will also go to our Zotero library, right? So this one has been saved. Now if I click paper, so I will get a complete chart of this paper. So can you see this one, explore related articles? So this is the main article which we find interesting or relevant to our research. So, so once I click this explore related articles, it will give us more articles similar to this topic. Just click this one. So as we are not using the paired version, so it has some limitations. So you could just only search few articles. So I need to remove some of them from here. Then, so just delete these ones, and it will just generate a tree map of the articles which are relevant to HRM and decision making. Yeah, if we see this one as so this one the main paper which we have searched, and these are the paper which are connected to the main paper which we are just using as a reference, right? So let's say there is a study in 2025, a review on generative AI, talent management, employee engagement, and retention strategy. So we have just checked this one. So this is not particularly related to our research, as we are focusing on HRM and decision making. So it has some other areas. So let's check this one. Ethics in the world automated algorithm decision making. Yeah, this one is relevant to us. So we could just click this one, right? So this is the article, right? So if you want to just check this one, and it has a PDF version available, and if you want to cite it, just cite this one, and you could get the citation. Let's say if you want to use APA style or the Chicago or Harvard style, just this one, and copy it from here and paste it in your Word document, right? So this paper is relevant to you. Let's say just click this one, and these are the key highlights of the paper. Just read them. If you find them interesting or the relevant, then copy them and paste in your Word document. Let's say I just copied the abstract and paste in my Word document, right? So just paste it here. So this is a rough database we are just making. So I will just explain you how we can just make it more systematic later on. So we need to just keep things copying and pasting here, and later on we will use AI tools to just organize these all databases in a systematic way, right? So let's go to Litmaps again. So there are some other features of the Litmap if you just want to explore it further. Let's say this one is monitor option. So if you are just interested in getting the notification of latest publication, just click this one. And if a new paper published in role of AI in HRM or HR decision making, so you will get an email notification from there. Just enable this. Yeah, if you are just interested in downloading these literature, you could just download it here. And so these are the articles, and you could just export them, right? So this is all about answer this. So it has lots of other features. So we will be just coming back to Let Maps later on to see how we could just use it to other areas, right? So let's go to the presentation and see if we have any other. The last one is Research Rabbit. Research Rabbit is also powerful literature search feature. We could use it in finding the relevant articles that are related to our search questions. Let's say if you are interested in something, you could just explore it by finding the related papers and getting the notes and the abstract from there. Let's say if we write Research Rabbit. So this is Research Rabbit. We need to just log in. So this one is I have already logged in before, so I'm just using my previous ID. Yeah, so once you open this in the Research Rabbit, so there are this is the main interface you could see. So you need to go to the new collection. Just create new collection and give it a title. For example, you are interested in role of AI in HRM, let's say, right? So just save it and just now click this one. Yeah, now you could just there are multiple options here, let's say. So if you want to add papers, just click this one. And if you are interested in similar work, so once you just click this one and just write the title, let's say role of HRM and role of AI in HRM decision making, right? So just search. So all subject areas, biomedical life sciences, just this one. So now you could see it has just given the abstract of the paper that are focusing on role of AI and HRM, right? So this is HRM related, and this one is also HRM. So now you need to just find those papers which are relevant to your research. Let's say this one, impact of AI and human resource management, focusing on recruitment and selection, the effectiveness of AI in enhancing decision-making process of recruitment in HRM. Let's say I find this one is most relevant to my search question. I will just click to this one, and it will go to my collection, right? And future trends, and this one is also another paper, and there are some others as well. So we need to just select those which are just relevant to our main question, decision making in HRM. So we have just added two papers. Now let's say if I click this one, so this is the abstract of the paper, right? So you could read it from here.
Dr. Fida, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Dr. Fida, is it possible if we can take a break?
Yeah, yeah, of course. So I think
Will
we've
that be
almost
okay?
covered in our, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a 5 minutes break there all, and you can stretch, refresh, and then come back. Join the same link, and I'll accept each one very quickly. Okay. So let's catch up in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Should we start, Sabah?
Yes, yes, please.
I think it has been 12 minutes, so the people could join later on. We will just carry on.
Yes, yes, sure. We will be sharing the recording as well. So if someone have missed,
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
can.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So let me share my screen again, and so in the first part of the literature, the discussion, we just covered how to find research gaps with AI. So I think now everyone has just got a clear idea how to find a research gap. So now, once we got the research gap, now we just aim to how to structure our thesis or research. Let's say if you are writing a research paper on role of AI and HRM, then you need to get the basic idea what you want to write in your research paper. And after getting the basic idea, the core purpose, then you could just structure your research accordingly. So here we have just some very interesting tools which would help you to just getting the basic structure of your research. Basically, it will create an outline of your research. Then you just start building on that outline. It will make the work much easier for us because we will get a clear flow of our research. Then we will just start building those sections and step by step, right? So the first tool which I'm going to discuss here is Genie AI. Maybe some of you are aware about that and they might use it. So let's go to the Genie AI, and I will just show you how we could just get an outline of our research using Genie AI, right? So just write Genie AI in Google. Just click this one. So this is Genie AI, and we need to just log in. So my screen is visible to you, yeah? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yeah, 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 yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Great. Okay, so let's go to the Genie AI and see what feature it has and how we could use this one to develop a research outline, right? So basically, it has a paid version, and the basic version is free. We could just use for the basic. And once you open the Genie AI, just go to the new and click the document. And here we have some other options. We need to select, for example, what we are just going to do. So we are basically creating an outline for our research. Then we will be just using this feature. If you are just using, if you just want to get the text with no editing, just select this one. So if you are just using this feature, if you want to generate an outline, just click this one. Or if you could also use this one, it will also generate the outline for your research or the thesis, right? For example, I am just selecting this one, and now you need to write here. Let's say we found a research gap that is the role of AI in HR decision making, right? So we know that there is just limited academic work has been conducted on this area. So we got the idea that is our research gap. Now we just want to develop a outline for the research so that we could just start writing our research process. So now let's write role of AI and human resource management decision making, right? Decision making. So just click this one and click start writing. So you could see it has generated the entire outline for our research. That is, the title is AI's role in human resource management decisions. And this is the introduction and the literature review, methodology, result discussion, and the conclusion, right? So we just get the basic idea what are the key component of our research. We need to just start building on that. So another important thing is Genie AI. It will just suggest some text, so you could just write your zero draft from there. If you are struggling with the writer's block, you could use Genie AI. For example, this has already suggested a paragraph with the authentic resources, right? The citations. If I just want this one, if I like it, I just click accept. So the basic version allow you 200 words per day. You could use it. And let's say if I like this text, I could also accept it. And it is, you could see it is writing my introduction section, right? So it is automatic. Just click this one. Now just accept this one. And also just keep it going. Accept this one. And accept this one. And accept this one. So it has generated 200 words for my introduction section. So now, if I see these citations, normally if you are just using ChatGPT in your academic writing, that would create fake citations. So if you go to ChatGPT, let's say this one, write 500 words literature review on role of AI in HR in decision making with real citation, let's say. So I'm just mentioning real citation. Let's see if it produced the correct citation or not. So it has generated a text for us, and it shows that there are the citations, but this one, the full article evidence-based review. So sometimes it produces correct result, but not all times. So if I select this one, let's say if I check it Google Scholar whether it is a correct citation or not. Go to Google Scholar. And search that. Yeah. So actually the article is correct, but sometimes if you use ChatGPT regularly, so it shows that some articles are not correct, and it is showing that it is a correct citation. Let's say this one. If I select this one, Rayuti 2023. Let me check whether it is real or not. Just come here and clear this one and paste it, right? So this one, fairness, AI, and recruitment. Yeah, that is correct. So now I think the ChatGPT has also developed its algorithm. Now it creates correct citation, but I tried it before sometimes, so it created fake citation. So actually, it shows the article that is mentioned in the citation, but once you check it in the Google Scholar, you can't see the real paper. So I don't recommend ChatGPT for writing the literature review, and Genie AI, which I highly recommended it for generating the literature review, right? So let's say if you check this one, so the article is already there, right? So it is impact factor showing and the citation. So if you want to just explore this article further, just click this one and view. Just click the view button, and you could go to the paper directly. You could see this is the paper, right? So this is the paper and this is the abstracts, and if there is a PDF available, you can download it from there directly. So if there is no PDF, so you can see there is a PDF option. If I click this one, so the PDF is just in front of us. So employee involvement in AI-driven HR decision making. So we have got a specific result which is relevant to human resource management, right? So this is the first options. We could use it in developing the articles and the structure, right? So it has the limitation. It is only 200 words daily limit. So if you just want to write 200 words, but this text is AI generated, so you could not directly use it with your research paper. So you could just copy it and just go to your database and just paste it here to just work on it later on, right? And if you want to just save these resources, let's say if you want to save this citation in your library, just click this one, save to library, and it will be saved, right? So if you come back later to this one, you could just use this reference in your article. The next one is PaperPal. PaperPal is also an interesting and very powerful tool which could be used in developing the outline of a research. Just write PaperPal. So just click this one and sign in with Google. So we have already signed in. Just click this one. Now let me go to PaperPal. Just click this one. So yeah, so it is our PaperPal, and this is the main interface. Once you open it, so it has some very interesting features. Let's say new document. You do not need to write your paper in Word document. It is already inbuilt Word form. So you could write from here, and if you want to install add-on in Word document, you could connect it with your Microsoft Word, right? And if you want to import some document, if you have already written something and you want to import in PaperPal, you could also do it here. So it has a lot of other features, but we are just now going to writing the basic uh, outline of our research. So we will be looking at how it could help us in writing the outline of our research, right? So if I click this one, so let's say role of AI in HRM decision making. Let's say just if I click this one, now just copy this one, just click this plus button. Yeah, so if you just want to draft an outline, just click this one and it will create what are you writing. Now there are some questions. For example, if you're writing a research article, just click this one, and what is the subject area. For example, it is business and management. Describe your topic, role of role of AI and human resource management decision making, right? So just click the generate. Let's see what it produces. So please write 10 words. Okay, we need to just improve our human resource management decision making. So just write this one, artificial intelligence and human resource management. If you want to add a context, for example, in academia, let's say. So the PaperPal is generating the basic outline, and it will just help us to just draft our research paper accordingly, right? So the good thing is that it is not only created the main heading but also the subheading. So this is very crucial and it will saves a lot of time. So if I insert this one, so now let's see, this is the introduction, right? So it has provided us a breakdown of the introduction. What should be covering in the introduction? Let's say background of AI and human resource management. So let's say the first paragraph is about the role of AI in human resource management. Then you could just write overview of AI technology and its growing importance in the business. For example, you could discuss role of AI, generative AI, predictive AI, and their impact in business decision making. And you could also briefly introduce the history of AI and its application in HR. And you could also add a paragraph on the current trends of AI adoption within the academia. So this was the first paragraph. The second paragraph is about the significance of the study. So it has also provided some suggestion. For example, what should you write in this section? Importance of effective decision making in academic HR management, right? So we have just got a clear idea what should we write here, right? So you could just develop a small paragraph using this text. And next, you could just potential benefit and the challenges of AI integration and HR process. You could also develop a critical argument on what are the key benefits of HRM or AI on HRM, and what are the key challenges to integrate AI in the HRM, right? And the next, gap in the existing research. So this is very important, and it is suggesting that although the AI has revolutionized many things in the HRM or the artificial intelligence and HR process decision making or talent and recruitment management and the performance evaluation and so on, but there are limited literature exists on the decision making process within the context of the academia. So you could just mention the significance of the AI and on HRM and in context of academia because it is a growing industry worldwide. So you could just mention the significance here. Now, the next third part of your introduction is the research objectives. What are your key research objectives? You could just mention your research objectives. For example, the aim of the research. Let's say you could just write the aim of this study to explore the role of artificial intelligence and human resource management within the context of academia, right? So this is the aim. So the specific research question, what are you going to address? You could just jot down 3 or 4 research questions you are going to cover in your research paper, and the limitation of your research you could just briefly mention those one. So this is the introduction. These are the main heading and the subheading. You could just start developing your research paper directly. So now the literature review, and it has also suggested what should we cover in the literature review: artificial intelligence in business management, the one section; human resource management in academia; AI adoption in HR decision making; theoretical framework. So it has also suggested what theoretical framework or what kind of theories we should be using in our literature review. So this is the methodology, the data collection, data analysis, and the result. So this is a profound uh, outline of our research. We could use it directly and writing your paper. So this is perfect. No, if you get stuck, what should I cover or what should be the outline of my research? If you are not using the AI, then you will be just having some difficult time. You could be facing some writer's block, But once you use this outline, so this is entirely ethical. There is no uh, ethical complications if you are just using this one. So this is not this is just the adding and the structure. You could just change the outline style. You could just rename the titles and the adding and the sub-adding. The entire things which you are going to cover inside your report, that is completely yours. So there is no any ethical challenges, right? So if you got this helpful, just copy it from here, right, and paste into a Word document. So let's say this is your outline, for example. Just paste it here and start developing it further, right? So otherwise, you could just write it from here. For example, you do not need to just copy it back and just start writing here. For example, the background. So these are the main points you need to keep in mind and start developing your paper. For example, you said that AI has revolutionized various industries around the world in the recent times. in the recent times. Higher education. Higher education has witnessed a significant growth of integrating AI into workforce management, right? So this is how you could just write on your paper. This is PaperPal. I think it is clear and you got some idea how we could use PaperPal in developing the outline of our research. So next tool is I am going to cover answer this. Answer this is very powerful also, and you could use answer this in developing the proposal or the outline of your research. Just write answer this. Go to answer this and sign in. Right. Uh, so this is AI writer. Come here. Write your document with assistance of AI. Let's say if you just go to tools. So this is ResearchGate file and writing. Just click this one, and there are some features like empathy tool AI. Just click this one, new query, and write your topic here. For example, you could say I am conducting research on role of AI in human resource management, decision making within the context of higher education, right, or academia. So this is the topic. Now you just give it a command, generate a detailed outline for this research. Just click this one, and you could just full review. If you want to just give it a full review, it will generate the entire result. And just click this one, and if you click this one, just let's see what it produces. So answer this AI is very profound in searching the relevant articles, and the results are very much relevant and correct. So you could just directly use the references and writing your own report. But it takes some time. Now we could see the result is generated. Let's see the introduction. Just like the paper file, it is produced the main heading and the subheading. So you could just write background on the increasing adoption of AI in HR management. So now you could just you have got a clear idea what should I write in the first section of the introduction, let's say. So it is already mentioned here. You need to just highlight the increasing trend of AI adoption in HR management, right? So this is the first part of your paragraph. Now the importance of AI-driven decision making in HR and the education, higher education institution. Now a statement of research problem and the objectives. So it is a bit brief, but the paper call was more profound and comprehensive. So it is a bit brief outline. If you want to use the paper pulp, that would be better for you. But if you're UK with the if you're okay with the answer this, then you could just use these ones, and you could copy this entire outline and you could write your research article. So now just check the literature review. So this is the main heading, AI and human resource management, and these are the subheading you need to cover in the remaining part of your literature review. And the another section of the literature review is AI in higher education, HRM, and AI-driven HR decision making, and ethical and practical consideration, organizational and cultural factors. So this is a comprehensive outline of our research, right? So I think it is clear. So as we have limited time, so I'm just quickly jumping to the key areas, key tools which we could use in writing the structure of our research or a thesis, right? So this is the example of writing outline for a research paper. So you could follow a similar strategy in developing the research or thesis outline, right? So if you generate the outline of my thesis, which has the topic like this, so it will provide you the entire outline of your thesis. So if you are doing a qualitative one or a quantitative one, then you could just mention it and it will produce the entire result according to your such question. See, the last one is the chat GPT. So it is also beneficial in developing the structure. For example, if I use the prompt from this answer this AI and if I copy this one and paste it here, so it will also generate the entire outline for us. You could see, there's a detailed outline. What should we cover in the each section of our research, right? So the methodology, the design, and the sample population and sample data collection, data analysis. So this one is perfect. Just copy this one and start developing it further. Now, I think what we have. So this was basically the structuring of research or thesis. I think today the last section of today's presentation is about conducting literature review. So now we just quickly jump to the literature review process with AI. Here are we have lots of other tools. I think you have already shared with Genie AI how we could use Genie AI, and it started developing our introduction. And if I'm interested in using Answer This, let's try Answer This and writing a literature review. For example, if I just copy this from here, so let's say I'm just trying the introduction, right? Okay, let's see, I'm just using the literature review. So this is the literature review. So you could see ChatGPT has suggested some very good information. You could see technology acceptance model. It has also suggested a theoretical framework. What should we use? Diffusion theory of innovation and socio-technical system theory. So these are very helpful in developing the literature review. So I have copied this outline. Now I'm going to answer this AI. So if I click this one, tools, this one, no, just click this one, query, and just paste this outline. Now just give a command based on below outline, generate a comprehensive literature review with critical analysis and correct citations, for example. So I just give this command. Now you just need to, what are you going to do? For example, just select full review and what source you want. Just if you want internet source or the papers, so just select papers, research papers, and select the pro version. So if you are having the premium version, you could use the pro version. If you are not having the premium version, you could use the light version that is free, right? And Answer This, I think, have 30-day free trials. So if you want to explore it, you could just use it. Now you need to just set some filters. For example, select articles with minimum. For example, you want 20 citation, let's say. So there should be research papers, and web search is not allowed. Just click this one. So if you want government reports and education, you could select this one. And what should be the journal quality, Q1, Q2, Q4. So just select from here if you want. And if you are thinking about a specific date, and if you want to search the articles from a certain date, you could also fix the date. For example, I'm not using the specific date, I just set this one. Now it will generate the literature review. So it takes some time because it is searching from the various databases to provide us more comprehensive details about our research questions or the literature review. So just wait for a couple of minutes and let's see what result we get for our answer this AI. So until we get the result, if you have any questions, if you have any confusion, you could just ask me. So yeah, we have got our result. Now let's see what we uh, provided to the answer this AI. So it has developed the literature review accordingly, right? So for example, the first section, which was the first section, the literature review conceptualizing AI in HRM, right? So this was the first section and it is written the entire literature review accordingly. So the first section is conceptualizing AI in HRM. So this is the first draft and these are the citations. So these are correct citations. So if you want to explore these papers and these are available, let's see this one. This is the abstract of the paper if you want to explore it further. Now you could just read it. Now this is the second part, HRM decision making, traditional versus AI enabled. So this is very interesting. It has just provided a comparative analysis of traditional HRM practices and now the AI enabled HRM practices. So if you just use this one in your research writing, so it will just enhance its words because it is providing a corrective or critical analysis of your literature review. So you are just focusing what are the current practices that were following the traditional path and what are the AI enabled models which are used in HR decision making, right? Now the application of AI in HRM. So this is another important element. So it just shows the examples how the HRM is being used, how the AI is being used in HRM or human decision making. So these are the references and these are the critical details and AI application in HRM, application of AI in HRM. So the recruitment and selection, so talent management, performance management. So this is a comprehensive literature review. Either you are just looking for your thesis literature review, you could just use this one, or if you are using the research paper, you could just copy this one and start rephrasing these texts and writing your own critical analysis, and it will be just perfect addition to your research. You could see this is a comprehensive outline with the details, example, and the citations and the case studies. It's very robust, yeah. So this is how answer this AI work. And these are the references. For example, you want the references in APA style or the Harvard style, just select this one. So these are the references. If you want to download any specific reference, just copy this one. And now if you want to just download this paper, you could just download in Word document, or if you want to download it in PDF, you could just PDF download, and it is also copy options available. And if you want to download in LaTeX format, you could also do it here, right? So if you want to edit it with AI, you could just select this one, right? This is the comprehensive outline we have generated using AI. But now we need to make sure these all texts are AI generated. So if you submit it somewhere, so it shows the text is AI generated. So you need to just paraphrase the text. So the paraphrasing, we have lots of other tools which we will be covering in tomorrow's sessions, hopefully. But let me give you a quick uh, presentation how we could just paraphrase it. For example, if you want to just paraphrase this one, just go to Quillbot and paraphrasing tool. Just copy the text. So it is the premium version, and the basic version is also free. Just paste the text and now paraphrase. So this is the paraphrase text. So now if you use this text in your document, so that would be free from the plagiarism as well as the AI detection. So just copy it, this one, and paste in your document. So just paste it here. So these are the references, so you could explore them, and so you could just search it from there. Now, so if you like the flow, you could just, if you like, it is okay. Otherwise, if you just want to change something, or if you want to rephrase something to enhance the coherence and the cohesive of your paragraph, it is up to you, right? So now let's jump to the next tool. What we have, I think this was on Synthesis AI, and it was very great in terms of creating the outline and the literature review. Now let's see what we have. So another tool which we have in conducting literature review is consensus. So we could also use consensus as I shared before. Just copy this one and just paste it here and go to. So now just prompt give the prompt which we gave in answer this. If we don't have, just write detailed literature review on role of AI and HRM decision making within the context of academia, right? Just select this one, and you could use pro option, right? And if you want to just make it more profound, just select the comprehensive option. Now there are some filters. What kind of filter you use, you could just select there and click this one. So it has generated literature review for us, but it is still processing. Once it completes, then I will just show you. But consensus has some limitations because it just provides you few words, and they are not details. So the details one, you need to just subscribe or upgrade. But you could get the references and the papers. For example, here there are lots of good papers, and you could just check their citations. So you can see it has just identified 745 result and screen 363, 399, and 259 eligible. So you know how it is powerful. So unlike the Google Scholar and the other tools which you use, they will take lots of time, but the result is not comprehensive and to the points. So let's see once it completes. Yeah, it is just writing introduction and with the correct citations, right? Yeah, this is the methodology. If you collect the entire result, so it will show this one. So this is the search strategy it adopted. So these are the results. So you could just copy them and paste in the Word document and paraphrase accordingly, right? So I think we just almost near to completion of our time. So this was the last option which I discussed, and we have only Google Scholar and the Litmaps. I think these are not that much important. Google Scholars, maybe you all of know how to use Google Scholar. So I'm not going to cover Google Scholar. You just know how to use it. But there are some features of Google Scholar which you could use them in the AI. So I will be covering these extension in the tomorrow session. So if you have any questions, you are open to ask. Otherwise, we will just be going to finish our today's session. So thank you for listening and thank you for your time.
Well, if you have any questions, you can ask to the speaker. So it will be an engaging session, interactive session. Any question, please ask.
Yes, Talat.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Sir, I have a
Uh,
question. I have a question from you because I want to use these tools for my PhD proposal. Is it possible to use all these tools?
yes, it is up to you if you want to use AI tools. Actually, there are a variety of tools. Just as I shared, just select the only one that is more suitable and it provides a comprehensive result to you and it is free. So you could just try as many as can. But I
Okay.
have some recommendation if you want to explore. Use Answer This AI is very good, and Consensus is also good, and you could also get your zero draft from Chat GPT. It is also not bad. So you
Okay.
could get the zero draft from there. You could start developing it further on your own.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? So the participants are not asking questions. It means they are cleared about the process and they have learned completely.
I would suggest if people have understood and they could confirm in the chat box, so we
Yeah,
could be assured, yes, that
yeah.
everyone has understood, right?
If you are reluctant asking question on microphone, you could just write your question here. I'm happy to answer it.
Hmm. True.
Thank you, Faria, for your kind words. Very informative, Kanjum. Thank you, Kanjum. So in tomorrow's session, we will be covering some other tools, and that would be focused on reference management with Zotero, in which I'll be explaining how to use Zotero and reference management and how to make notes in the Zotero and import them into your Microsoft Word document. After that, we will be just exploring how we could just use AI tools in developing powerful figures and charts in high resolution. And in the last session, we will be exploring how we could just make and enable the valuable extension in our browser to help us make our research process more smoother. And the last, we would be having question answer sessions. And if you have any questions or if you are interested about learning the more details about AI tools, so we are happy to help you. So Anjam asked me, can you recommend a single best one? My top recommendation is Answer This AI. So if you are interested in, you could just try it. I think it has a 30-day free trial. You could use it, and it has some basic free versions. You could try on it. And you could also explore other features. Paperfall is also powerful, but it is limited because you need to buy the premium version. But it generates very good uh, outline and the argument as well. So tomorrow's session we would be, I think, covering academic writing, hopefully. So in tomorrow's session we will cover also academic writing. Yeah. So data analysis and the academic writing. So today we just covered the literature review and the outlining, and so I will help you how we could use paper file in writing the critical analysis in our research process. For example, literature review or the introduction, right? So thank you very much, Alpha Marketing, for your kind words. It is really appreciation for me, and I'm glad that you find it very much helpful. And Fahim Masood, very nice. So Fahim, if you have any question, Farin, I'm happy to ask and happy to answer you. Mama Desman said I'm completely understood and helpful. Thank you, Mama Desman. I think most of the participants are just saying it was okay. So there is no further question. Then we will just go to Taba for your final remarks.
Yeah, that indeed that was a wonderful session, very informative and insightful. Thank you so much, Dr. Fida. Thank you all participants who have joined, and despite of all the technical issues, they were still motivated to learn in the second phase of the session. So we will be meeting inshallah tomorrow. You can use the same link, the second link, the one that I shared in the my very first email. I'll send a revised email today so that there will be no confusion for to joining to the correct link. So we can, inshallah, we'll be meeting tomorrow, and with more content and more insights. So thank you so much. Thank you all of you.
So thank you everyone for joining us. It was really a moment for honor for me to have you all here, and I'm hopeful to see you tomorrow for a very wonderful and the insightful session as well. So stay connected, and we will be just seeing each other tomorrow. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you.